Okay, post-league wrap-up. Well, what can I say? Dauthi Voidwalker definitely came through with helping up us against these graveyard shenanigans. Yeah, so I mean, I guess I kind of take it back. Dauthi Voidwalker is definitely a pretty decent card, to say the least. I mean, I don't think this card is busted by any means because it's eminently easy to deal with, and it's really only the super high decks that play high-end threats and stuff that really suffer from him being able to turn into something crazy good from their side. So I guess it doesn't necessarily hose my decks too bad, even if it is exiling my stuff. Most of my stuff, it's not like that backbreaking if it turns into. But yeah, I mean, like, it's mostly just the graveyard hate that I think is really useful right now with all these graveyard decks running around. The fact that it also has Shadow sometimes comes in handy. Definitely against control, just being evasive, having higher power is definitely good. It's definitely better than lifelink against control and against more dirtily decks where you're more the aggressor. So there is that. We didn't necessarily face a lot of the super aggressive decks, which is what made this seem a little underwhelming in one of my previous leagues. But maybe it's possible that Cling to Dust helps us more by buffering our life total later in the game, and again, just being a little more efficient than Nihil Spellbomb. And of course, Mishra's Bauble also just helps us smooth through our deck a little bit more. Oh, okay, that's another thing I forgot to mention, yeah, in the deck tech, but Mishra's Bauble combines very well with Lurrus, and I just felt like if I play Cling to Dust instead of Nihil Spellbomb, then I need some kind of card that I can recur with Lurrus no matter what. And the thing about Mishra's Bauble is very nice with Lurrus, but it's also just pretty good at just helping us churn through our deck early on, hit our land drops, and help us see our good cards. And I probably wouldn't play it without Lurrus. I'd probably play, like, I don't even know, because honestly I've always wanted more. I'd probably play, like, I'm not kidding, I'd probably play something like Sign in Blood, which I played before, but that would also put more deck constraints on maybe wanting more life gain in order to offset that. But yeah, I found actually in the past Sign in Blood to be a very good card for black, because again, it just helps smooth your draws, draw into stuff, and a lot of the things that Mishra's Bauble does, but also gains card advantage. But yeah, the life loss definitely can be an issue. So anyway, I don't know what more to say that hasn't already been said, other than that Voidwalker did seem to come through. Tourach, I think we saw. Tourach's a really solid card. It didn't necessarily win us any games on the spot, but man, it did help us pull ahead, or it did help, like, it did generate a lot of card advantage a few times. And the floor is basically just a 2/1 pro-white. The pro-white may or may not always be useful, but the 2/1 body at least always has some use to us. So, alright, well anyway, I'm not sure what more I can say other than just, I think this deck is not broken by any means. This deck is probably not even tier 1, but this deck I think is way, way better than probably it looks like on first glance. I mean, it's really just playing tried and tested good black cards. I mean, right? Like, okay, let's just check off it. Let's think about this for 1 second. The only truly janky card I'm playing is Gatekeeper of Malakir. Think about it. I know this collection of cards seems a little janky to play together, but think about it. Mishra's Bauble, tried and tested and true card, especially with Lurrus. Cling to Dust, tried and tested true card. We all know it's good. Fatal Push, need I say more? Inquisition, need I say more? Collective Brutality, yeah, you don't want to see it as a 4 of, but like it's solid. I mean, this is a tried and tested card. Everybody knows it. It's great. Tourach, I think it's great. It has not been tested a lot yet, but based on my experience so far, it's excellent. Bloodghast, tried and tested, great card. Not necessarily a card you see in decks outside of graveyard decks, but we are kind of a semi-graveyard deck. But I don't know. I mean, like, still, ultimately, it is a tried and tested card, and this is maybe a slight question mark, but obviously we see that this does a lot of work, especially together with Collective Brutality, but also just we need some help against control. But honestly, without this, I don't know what we'd really do against control. I guess we'd have to play Cavernous Souls, but then we can definitely color score ourselves with Fatal Push, Cling to Dust, Inquisition. I don't think we can pay the kicker for Tourach either. I think we could pay the initial cost, but I don't think we can use it to play the kicker. I could be mistaken about that. But Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little hesitant. Oh, also, it also would make our Castle Locthwain worse. And we'd also probably have to replace 4 fetches, because we definitely can't go down to 4 swamps with 8 fetches, I'll tell you that much. And that would make our Cling to Dust a lot worse if we have to go down on fetches. Yeah, so like, even Cavern of Souls, it's not necessarily just the counter magic that's a problem, it's also just the removal. So honestly, without Bloodghast, I don't know, we'd have a really tough time against control, because all our threats are 2 mana, and, you know, most of their removal is 1, and they can kind of pick our creatures off without too much difficulty. And yeah, it's just kind of difficult to really get a foothold and put pressure on. But Bloodghast is really kind of the game plan against control in many ways. So anyway, other than that, not sure what to say. Other than that, the deck I think performed satisfactorily. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with this build for now. I'm telling though, my heart is more with Null Priest if I can fit her in. But definitely right now, with all the graveyard shenanigans going on, I think we got to play Dauthi Voidwalker. Plus, like I said, there is conceptually an advantage to playing this, because honestly, there is a problem. If I played this instead of Dauthi Voidwalker, then I'm in a tough spot, because Cling to Dust is a nice utility card, but it's just not the kind of like great, excellent, first-rate graveyard hate that we need against decks like Dredge, or even to some extent like Living End and stuff. Living End, just like you have to deal with their whole graveyard. Just picking off like 1 or 2, you know, monsters with Thing is not necessarily going to do it. Yeah, so like the problem is if we played this, we'd definitely have to go back to 4 Spellbomb, probably in the main, and then other, you know, issues come up. So it is possible that maybe this is just overall the better build. I do like Null Priest better in the abstract. The amount of times I kicked and brought back Lurrus was just quite more than you'd expect, in my, you know, believe it or not. But I do like the way we can play Cling, and the Dauthi Voidwalker is more graveyard hate. So, alright, anyway folks, let's see how this goes in the future. If you like this content, like and subscribe, and click the bell notification, the bell icon for notifications, and leave a comment, all that good jazz. Just remember, especially smash the like button. Anyway, probably should mention that more at the beginning of the videos. Anyway, take care everybody, y'all, take care.